Hello. Can you guys hear me? All right. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. This is going to be our 15th anniversary for this event. So we are super excited. And we thank you so much for volunteering for this event. We couldn't make this happen without you guys. As this event has grown, I have had a lot of help to be able to put on this event now. So we are going to have Danny speak to you guys on volunteers. So just give him about 5 more minutes and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Okie dokie. Good evening, everyone. As you guys are checking in, just try to pay attention along or follow along as I'm going through this. I'm going to try to keep this as quick as possible. So I'm going to ask that all the questions be asked at the end, if you have any. So typically, I am a recreation aide for the city of Murphy. I have the distinct pleasure of running all the volunteers this year. Sorry, it's a little hectic. My first time. But has anybody volunteered at Maize Days before? Welcome back, and then welcome to you all that are new here. Tonight we're going to go over just basic guidelines, everything you need to know as far as where to go, what to do, what to wear, and I'm going to try to give y'all some tips as well. So when you guys arrive, you're going to come find me, and I'll get to where you'll find me in a second. But you're going to receive a shirt very similar to this, not as bright. It's not as bright of a green. It'll be a white shirt with this green logo on it, and it'll say volunteer on the back. If you are volunteering, or while you are volunteering on shift, please have this shirt on at all times. If you plan to stay, if you're there before your shift or plan to stay after to enjoy the event, please bring a shirt to change in, because we might get confused and think you're still working and tell you to go do something. This QR code is the event map. If you want to save and bookmark it now, you can. A lot of patrons will ask you about the event, where things may be, so it'll help that you have that map with you. Is everybody good on the map? I will have this at the check-in table too, in case it gets lost somewhere in your phone, so don't worry about that. Parking and drop-off. We ask that you guys park at Kimbrough Stadium and just make the short walk over here. Or if you're getting dropped off, please get dropped off behind Murphy Middle School right here, and then just make that walk. Note that there will be heavy traffic, especially during the middle of the day. So I'd say accommodate about 15 to 30 minutes just in case. That way we can transition each shift smoothly. So this is most of the map that you'll see on that QR code. Whenever you come, you will be coming from around up here, and you will just be making your way down, and you will come find me at this information booth right here. It'll be next to all the food trucks. Well, not all of them. There's 2 sections of food trucks, so just make sure you're at the right one. I am by the kind of hill area where we will have pumpkin patch.
So information and check-in booth will be near the new pumpkin patch, which is by the berm, that big berm that separates the soccer field and the amphitheater. And then basically those food trucks right here, these blue ones, we're calling this our midway zone. So there'll actually be a really cool midway arch. Walk under that, you'll see that, and that is where the information and check-in booth will be.
So this location is where you will check in and check out. This is where you'll get your shirts as well as a credential. Once you are done volunteering, I will need that credential back. You can keep the shirt, but I need that credential back. Ignore this QR code.
So if we can, we do apologize. We did have a digital copy of our vendor guidelines and expectations, basically a breakdown of all the shifts that you've signed up for. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and send that out via email. If we can get those hard copies before the end of this meeting, we will give those to you, because we do ask that you sign the back of that, just to make sure that you acknowledge that. Again, we do apologize. We're trying to be all tech savvy. It didn't work out. But we will send that in an email directly after this meeting to get that out to all of you guys.
So once you guys go over that form, we will need a signed copy of it as soon as possible. If you could definitely have it before the event, that'd be great. If not, just bring it to me at the event, and then we will get you taken care of. Couple tips here. Stay hydrated.
Back up. Go over go over every
Gotcha.
shift.
No problem. Okay, so couple expectations here. Murphy Maize Days Festival establishes the following agreement with its volunteers. Volunteers play a crucial role in fulfilling this festival's mission and programming. So as far as dress code, volunteers are required to wear that white shirt that I showed y'all earlier during their shift, not after, not before. That's just in case we need y'all, and if you're not working, if you're trying to enjoy the event, I don't want y'all to have to end up being called in for something. I highly recommend closed-toed shoes. Crocs, I don't recommend Crocs because they will hurt your feet. No sandals. Just try to keep it closed-toed shoes. Please try to wear appropriate and modest pants or shorts, whatever's comfortable for you. Try to keep it similar to school, kind of like fingertip length. We don't need anyone showing anything. Credentials, please make sure you have your credentials on when you're on shift as well. That way we know you're volunteering, and then we can ask you for your help for anything else, especially if we need to move y'all somewhere that we're lacking volunteers in. Behaviors. Please do us a favor and try to arrive on time. I know traffic can be kind of crazy. So like I said, try to accommodate for that, maybe 15, 30 minutes ahead. It is a busy event, so just try to do your best. I understand a few minutes here and there. Please show respect towards fellow volunteers, event staffs, and attendees. You will notice event staff in a green shirt. It'll be very similar to that. It'll just be green. I think we have a white logo and black logo. Black logo. Do your best to concentrate on the task when you're on shift. So especially if you're in the bounce house area, there's going to be a lot of kids running through there. We don't want them getting lost. We don't want them getting hurt. And do your best to stay positive. This is a family-friendly event, so we want to have smiles everywhere. So typical shifts are split up. So like vendor setup from 8 to 12, you're expected to help any of the vendors that need help offloading their stuff to set up. Entrances, you guys are like the main point, the focal point. As people are coming in when they park, your job is to smile and wave, greet them nicely, so on and so forth. Once you get to me, the volunteer booth, I may have one or two of y'all stick around with me just to help out because it'll get kind of crazy, especially I know the NHS kids have to get stuff signed or show proof or something like that. Am I correct? No? Yes, no, maybe so? Cool. The front box office, you will be helping our ticket vendors, our ticket staff by applying wristbands for our rides. We have a lot of rides this year, and they'll have to have wristbands on. So you'll just be helping put those on for them.
So if you guys did not know, yes, the carnival rides will be doubling this year. So will the games. We have a lot of new paid attractions. So carnival rides is one of those things that does cost money to do. It is just $10 for an all-you-can-ride wristband. Tell your friends. You can buy wristbands online. How about this? Y'all heard it from me. At the end of your shift, or if you work 4 to 8, you can get it at the beginning of your shift. If you come early, if you're a volunteer, I'll get y'all a wristband for the carnival rides. Sound good? All right. Tell your friends to buy a wristband, though. It's only y'all who get a free one.
A very important note for this that's not on this page, but the next page. If you are working the front box office, you will be handling no money. All the money will be handled by the staff themselves, so you will just be in charge of the wristbands. Carnival rides, you're just checking wristbands, making sure nobody's trying to steal a wristband or finesse a wristband from anyone, making sure everybody's paid for, making sure the height and the age limits are reached. And stay positive. Carnival games, that's mostly with the church, I believe. Correct? So y'all will just be making sure that all the equipment is still there. Nobody's running off with any toys or anything that they're not supposed to, so on and so forth. The silent disco will be later in the event. This is a 6 to 10. You will be assisting with the headphones, distributing and collecting the headphones before and after the event. Cornhole tournament, we will be having our 2nd annual cornhole tournament. Hopefully we have a lot of people signing up for it, but you will just be in charge of monitoring the lines and so on. Human foosball will oversee the number of participants, ensure that everybody's rotating, making sure the lines aren't getting crazy, and that everybody's getting a chance to play. The inflatable maze, volunteers will be responsible overseeing the lines, entering and exiting the maze. Those volunteering for the inflatable maze will assist in managing the lines and ensuring that only designated number of attendees are racing at any given time. So just making sure that not too many people are in the inflatable maze at one time. Jump pad will assist in managing the lines and ensuring that only the designated number of festival attendees are on the jump pad at any given time. Volunteers will also oversee the schedule to guarantee that the appropriate age groups are using the jump pad. Additionally, they will help supervise games during the jump pad sessions. For the obstacle course, this is just another line management thing. So just making sure that kids are getting off before another set of kids get on. That way they're not running into each other or kicking each other or anything that can happen. For the rat race, volunteers will be responsible for overseeing children as they roll or race in the tubes. Additionally, they will help maintain an organized line for those eager to participate in the races. Slide volunteers are required to supervise children as they ascend and descend the stairs in the line. Ensure the safety of all participants by monitoring the area and allowing only one person at a time. It is essential for patrons to slide feet first, so no diving. In the petting zoo, volunteers will distribute animal feed and help with entry and exit of the petting zoo area. Bless you. VIP lounge, this is only for people who are 21 and up, 18 and up. Volunteers in this area will be assisting by collecting entrance tickets, aiding City Murphy staff in replenishing drinks and snacks, and managing trash and other tasks as needed. General parking, if you are working either of the parking spots, it's essentially just making sure that everybody can make it to the event. If someone needs a ride for any other reason, try to let a staff member know. That way we can get them that accommodation. How do I get out of You got me in the wrong one. Okay, back to tips. So again, stay hydrated. There will be staff members and parks crew on golf carts driving around all day with coolers. So if you need them, please ask for one or please go grab one. I don't want anything happening to y'all. I want y'all to stay hydrated because this is supposed to be a fun event. Bring sunscreen, sunglasses, hats. Try to stay protected from the sun. It's going to be hopefully a nice day, a hot day. So just be prepared for that in any kind of manner. We will try our best to provide some stuff, maybe some sunscreen, maybe some bug spray if needed. Don't be afraid to take a 5 to 10 minute break. I don't need anyone passing out or anything. Just make sure someone is there to cover your shift. If someone is with me and the volunteer booth, I will try to send them around to give everybody breaks. That way everybody is kind of fresh. We do have snacks. It's either going to be on the golf carts or with me.
So yeah, snacks will be located at the volunteer tent. So if you guys need water, more than likely our staff in the green shirts will have it on their golf carts. If you are wanting snacks, we will have those. Some stored at the volunteer tent, and then we will have a small staff break room if you guys are really just needing to cool off. It should be a nice day. I believe it's supposed to be like 84 degrees, so not terrible. But if you guys are needing to cool off, let staff know, and we can also point you to PSA. We have like a little break room in there to get some cool, fresh air.
Try to avoid poor nutrition and over caffeination on the day of the event. I don't need anything happening. Keep a positive attitude and a teamwork mindset. You're not only representing yourself or your school, you're also representing the city as well. So we want to do our best to try to create a positive environment for all the patrons that are coming. We ask that you not use your cell phone. Try to stay off of it as much as you can. I understand if somebody asks you where something is, you might have to pull it out for a map. Or if there's an emergency call or something, I understand you have to answer that. But let's do our best to stay off of our phones so we can pay attention to what's going on, especially at your station, especially if there are kids around. If you see something, say something. If you see any suspicious behavior of any kind, don't be afraid to report it to a staff member or police officer so we can get that situation handled, just in case anything's going on. If it has come to your attention that a parent or a child have been separated, please report that to the nearest staff member. That way we can get that situation handled. Try to find a staff member with a radio. That way we can get a police officer over as soon as possible. Or if you're near a police officer, go ahead and report it to them. I think that is all I have. Again, thank you for showing up tonight. If you have any questions, we will do our best to answer them now. No?
Going once. So can you go back to, actually, I don't know that I showed it on there. Can you actually go back to the parking map? Just kidding. So Murphy Middle School will be our designated ADA and accessible parking area. We will have golf carts available for ADA only. So we don't have shuttles this year, but we do have golf carts, and that will be there posted up for our ADA compliant attendees.
Any other questions? You'll get your shirts at the information booth when you come see me to check in. Yes, ma'am.
We'll have chairs for you, so you don't have to worry about lugging those in. We'll have a few chairs around.
Any more?
Bring your forms. So if you all didn't hear, for anybody that is in their NHS or an Honor Society program that needs hours marked off, please bring your forms to the tent. We'll have like a folder that we'll keep it in for the time being while they're working, and then we'll sign it once they check out and give it back to them.
Is everybody good? Ashley, do you have anything else?
So this map can also be found on maizedays.com. If you go under the information tab, we do have the event map, the parking map. We do have our entertainment, like our full schedule of entertainment on there as well. And then we have our stage lineups on there under attractions. All right. Well, if there are no other questions, if you guys know of anybody else that is interested in volunteering, please let them know about this awesome wristband policy that I just created just now. We could really use the help. I think this is a great incentive for anybody that is 21 and over that is volunteering. We do have a whiskey tasting. I might give some of those out as well if you are over 21. All right. Well, we will not keep you any longer. Thank you guys so much again for coming. We are so excited. Again, this is our 15th year, so it's going to be a great one. Thank you guys.